I played full back one day in Limerick, and he was full forward. Oh, he was a dangerous forward, but we had a small little goalie at that time in 45, small lemonade, Jimmy Maher of Borlahan, a small little lad now, and he used to wear a big cap, you know. And the next thing, that time you see, the forwards would go back, and Mackey came back now, and I was full back, and Cornelly was injured, the usual full back. He was injured, and they didn't want to chance him. His knee, so a real full back anyway. But so he ran back now before the ball was thrown in at all, and he looked in over my shoulder, you see. To Jimmy, oh God, no, he says to me, Mick, he said, did you bring the little goalie at all today? You see, he only wanted to lift Jimmy, and Jimmy used to Jimmy used to run out and beat him across stats with the hurley and all. You know, but that's what Mackey wanted, you see. You know, so the ball, maybe there'd be a goal got, and Mackey would run in and he'd tap Jimmy on the back and he'd say, Jesus, Jimmy, that was an easy one, you should have stopped that one. I remember now John Maher, tough man, steel, and he used to be usually playing on Mackey centre forward. And there'd be, I needn't tell you now, it wouldn't matter whether the ball was there or it wasn't there. But anyway, the match would be over. You'd walk down from the sports field, Mackey would take off the boots and hold them in his hand down along the stocking vamps and John Maher, and they'd come down here to the GA bar, old Jim Maher, he had a pub there on top of the old Gale he was coming, and in there, and Mick would say, well, John, call it, and they'd be there, boy, and there'd be blood maybe running down at the back of this here, and and he came down, and then up the other team, and he came up along John Maher now, he was beside Mackey was at the end, and when he left his hand on Mackey's shoulder, Mackey says, for Feck's sake, ref, he says, throw in the Feckin ball, he says, and then keep out of the way. That was a nickname, was on Mackey, Feck. Everything was Feck with Mackey, do you know? I'll say this.